My name is Brystan, and I am the Youth Services Coordinator for Jackson County Library System. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack. He lived with his mom. They were very poor, and they had no money. One day, his mom said, "We need to sell our cow." So Jack took the cow to market. On the way, Jack met a stranger. The man said, "I'll give you 5 beans for your cow. They're magic beans." So Jack agreed, and he took the beans and he went home. But when he arrived, his mother was angry. "5 beans for a cow?" she said. "Why?" And she took the beans and threw them out the window. All night long the beans grew and grew until they grew into a tall beanstalk. And in the morning, Jack woke up and was amazed by the large beanstalk. He climbed and he climbed high above his house until he reached the top. He looked over, and what did he see? A big castle. He went to the castle, and he knocked on the door, and he waited for someone to answer. Inside, he could hear a banging and crashing. And the door opened, and on the other side was a giantess. "Quick," she said, "come and hide. My husband is hungry." So Jack went into the castle and hid and waited. He heard a thump, thump, thumping, and a giant who said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum." And the giant sat down for his meal. He ate 100 potatoes and 100 cookies. And once he was finished and feeling happy, he pulled out a sack. And what was in the sack? Gold coins. So he started counting them. 1, 2, 3. But soon the giant fell asleep. So Jack hurried in, he snatched up the coins, and he raced down the beanstalk. And when he arrived home, his mom was so happy. She said, "Gold coins? Wow, we will never be poor again." But Jack wanted to go back. So the next morning, he climbed up the beanstalk and went back to the castle. And again he hid and he waited until he heard the thump, thump, thumping of the giant. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he said, and sat down for his meal. This time, though, he ate 200 potatoes and 200 cookies. And when he was finished and feeling happy, he pulled out a hen. But not just any hen. This hen laid golden eggs. Soon the giant fell asleep. So Jack hurried in, snatched up the hen, and raced down the beanstalk. And when he arrived home, his mom was so happy. She said, "A hen that lays golden eggs? We will never be poor again." But Jack wanted to go back. So the next morning, he climbed up the beanstalk, he went back to the castle, and again he hid and waited until he heard the thump, thump, thumping of the giant. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he said, and he sat down for his meal. This time, though, he ate 300 potatoes and 300 cookies. And once he was finished and feeling happy, he pulled out a harp. But this harp was made of gold, and it played music all by itself. It played its music, and soon the giant fell asleep. So Jack hurried in, he snatched up the harp, and raced towards the beanstalk. But this time the giant woke up and started chasing after Jack. So Jack raced down the beanstalk, and when he arrived home, he told his mom to bring him the axe. So she brought him the axe, and he chopped the beanstalk until it and the giant fell to the ground. So now Jack and his mom, they had the gold coins, they had the golden harp, and they had the hen that laid golden eggs. And the two of them were never poor again. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you.